Lease the new 2026 Sportage Hybrid LX front-wheel drive for $299 a month.
At Jacoby & Myers, when we get justice for you, it can make a big difference in your life. Here's what that means. Insurance offer, $100,000. Our result, $4.65 million. Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
Right now at 6, Jimmy Kimmel set to make his return to late-night TV tonight. But despite Disney's decision, several stations are not backing down. We are live in Hollywood.
I'm Hetty Chang in Placentia, where police are investigating a terrible tragedy. A mom now in custody after her 2-year-old son drowned. What we're learning about the investigation and what police say the mother did after discovering her son.
And more than 8 months after the Palisades fire, welcome news tonight for students of Marquez Elementary.
This is NBC4 News at 6.
And so we begin at 6 with the return of Jimmy Kimmel to the late-night airwaves. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Carolyn Johnson, in for Michael. That show is currently taping, so we're now just hours away from seeing Kimmel's opening monologue from the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood.
NBC has been staying on top of this story since it happened. Tonight's return comes nearly 1 week after Disney pulled Kimmel off the air, following pressure from the FCC chairman over comments he made about the suspected killer of Charlie Kirk.
But not everyone is on board with bringing the show back. Tonight, Next Star joining with Sinclair, saying they will continue to boycott Jimmy Kimmel Live. Combined, these two station groups account for nearly 60 ABC stations, which means the late night show will not be available for millions of people, including those living in Seattle, Nashville, and Washington, D.C.
NBC4's Alex Rozier has been in Hollywood all day. He joins us live right now with new reaction on this. Alex.
Colleen and Carolyn, the big question in Hollywood Boulevard right now is what will Jimmy Kimmel have to say tonight? Now, taping typically begins at 4:30, but we were just told from an audience member inside that as of 5:45, so just 15 minutes ago, Jimmy Kimmel had still not taken the stage. But I'll take you to some video, show you what it looked like earlier as the audience lined up outside the theater. Dozens of people were waiting in line, and we spoke with a few of them about what they are expecting from Jimmy's big return to late night.
I hope to hear him really speak his mind and say, tell us what happened from his perspective and, feel like he can be uncensored in his own way as he was before. So I'm hoping he doesn't apologize, honestly.
We're going to see him cry a little bit. We're going to see Sweet Man cry. And I think it matters. It's going to mean more than just a show. It is a First Amendment thing.
I'm just expecting for Jimmy to be himself and, bring the Jimmy Kimmel Live show how he has numerous times and continue to bring a little lightheartedness to the conversation.
This will be Jimmy Kimmel's first show since ABC pulled the show last week for what the network described as ill-timed comments about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. As Carolyn noted, Sinclair and Nexstar-owned ABC affiliates are still not airing the show tonight. Charlie Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, called it a mistake for ABC to let Jimmy Kimmel come back. And we are told that actor Glenn Powell and singer Sarah McLachlan are his guests tonight. But now it is a waiting game here on Hollywood Boulevard. The audience is fully inside, but again, it appears the taping is behind schedule. Again, it was supposed to start at 4:30, but as of 5:45, Jimmy had still not taken the stage. They say typically it lasts about 90 minutes for the load-in and the taping. So we'll be here, though, when the audience comes out, and we'll quickly learn what Jimmy Kimmel had to say on his return to late night. Reporting live on Hollywood Boulevard, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
Alex, thank you for that. We invite you to stay with NBC4 for continuing coverage of Jimmy Kimmel's return to late night. We're expecting to hear from audience members, and we, of course, will bring that to you in a live report on the NBC4 News at 7.
Tonight, neighbors in Placentia say they are in shock after learning a 2-year-old boy drowned during a bath. The toddler's mother is now facing charges. NBC4's Hetty Chang is live in Placentia for us with the latest on the investigation. Hetty.
Yeah, Carolyn, a terribly tragic story here in Placentia. Neighbors say it was this alleyway where they would often see that 2-year-old little boy playing with his older siblings. They say when they heard the sirens last night, they could never have imagined the tragedy next door.
Molly Ortiz says she can't shake the feeling, the shock and heartbreak of finding out her 2-year-old neighbor is gone.
Pretty devastating. I just walked back inside and try to watch a movie or something and get my mind off of it because I couldn't even believe that something like this was happening so close to home.
Placentia police say shortly after 9 last night, an older sibling called 911 from inside the home on Main Street. When first responders arrived, police say they found a 2-year-old boy unresponsive and his mother inside the bathroom. The mother was self-inflicted injuries.
The child was unresponsive and the mother attempted CPR. When the CPR did not work, the mother at that point in time harmed herself with a sharp object.
Investigators say the mother, police identify as 40-year-old Melissa Lynn Basil, told detectives she was giving her son a bath in a storage bin, which she was using as a bathtub placed inside their walk-in shower. She told police she had stepped away for 2 minutes to get some soap. Police say when she returned, she found her son face down in the water, unconscious. Investigators say the mom never called police and then allegedly barricaded herself in the bathroom with her unresponsive son for 6 hours.
Basically, there was neglect. She left a 2-year-old in a bin of water, a bath, for 2 minutes alone.
Police say the little boy's death is a tragic reminder to all parents, especially with young children.
Pay attention, be vigilant. If you have to step out of the room where you have a young one in water, ask for help, have someone come in. If it's that urgent and you don't have anybody else, take the child with you. It's not worth it.
Police tell us the family is a blended family and that the 4 other older children are now with their father, the mother now in custody on suspicion of child abuse and involuntary manslaughter. We're live in Placentia tonight. Hetty Chang, NBC4 News.
New details in a burglary in West Hollywood that ended with a dog being killed. We've learned the suspect used to be the victim's roommate, and it was the victim's dog that was killed. DA's office tells NBC4 Anmol Bhatia will be arraigned tomorrow on several felonies. Police say he is the man in the surveillance video you see walking to a house on Harper Avenue earlier this month.
A police chase ended in a crash in Van Nuys today. News Chopper 4 overhead capturing the moments officers arrested that driver. The crash happened around 2:30 on Sepulveda near the 405 and 101. The LAPD was in tracking mode just moments before the crash. Now, we have new video from the ground here showing the wreck. At least one other car was hit. No word on the condition of that driver. And we're still checking with the LAPD to find out why the driver was originally wanted.
All right, taking you outside right now, live look from Mount Wilson. It was a hot and humid day out there, but as a result, we have a beautiful beginning of sunset right now. Our meteorologist, Shauna Mendiola, in for Melissa McGee, is here with the first alert forecast. Shauna.
That's right, Colleen. We've got the beautiful backdrop of those clouds to act as a nice little end to our day with some humidity on the way. But, we do have temperatures that were hot today. So it was in the triple digits in the Inland Empire. Some 90s for you in downtown L.A. And you add the humidity and it feels a lot hotter than these numbers that we're reading to you. So good news is all around we're starting to see them come down. Some 80s and 90s out there for the IE, 70s for you in L.A. and the beaches. And as we head to tomorrow, we're going to see a little bit of a change. Already starting to see changes in dew points. These are the numbers we read to see just how it feels in the air, either humid or muggy or even dry, which were typically dry. Right now we're at a humid level, which is a step below that muggy that we saw yesterday. So things are changing a bit, but we do have a small chance of some drizzle as we head to tonight. Looking at nothing much here right now except for those clouds as we go to bed here. And then as I take a wide zoom to show you some of that precipitation offshore from that area of low pressure off the coast, which has been there, it's cut off from the jet stream. So no driving mechanism to bring any rain our way. It looks like all that's going to head up to the north. And the best shot we have is in Ventura County and in the Point Conception area, which is just going to be a light sprinkle or two. So other than that, look forward to just a little bit more humidity out there. We've got a cooling trend on the way. We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast. Carolyn, back to you.
Okay, Shauna, thank you. Take a look at this new drone footage of that storm damage in the San Bernardino Mountains. This is on Highway 38 in the El Dorado burn scar area, and last week's thunder today, but for now, this route is closed from Angeles Oaks at Mill Creek Road to Lake Williams Drive in Big Bear.
New at 6, some very good news tonight for students of Marquez Elementary School. They will soon be back at their normal campus for the first time since the Palisades fire. Now, we've been following this story since the beginning for students and parents there who had to relocate because of all the damage from the fires. Now the LAUSD says they'll be back to their familiar classrooms just 1 week from today, Tuesday, September 30th.
Coming up next at 6, a tow yard in Riverside turned into a crime